Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we'll be talking about the new drip marketed agent that will be coming in the next patch of version 2.4 being Dialyn, a physical stun agent who converts her chain attack into an ultimate for your DPS or any other agent to use. On the surface visually, her design does remind you of Thingy and how both of them are incredibly small agents, but one's an incredibly old clanker and the other one looks like a child in my eyes. Anyways, she controls the fight and her attack animations are super cool. I can't show it cause this is YouTube, but trust me on this one. Alright, let's break down her kit, shall we? Dialyn is a carry and control type stunner. She builds daze, extends stun window, and then converts that control into burst with martial salute, which even auto triggers your previous character's quick assist to keep the sequence seamless. She gets invulnerability on key moves so your burst window stays safe. You know what? I'll just not yap about their passives and kits and stuff. Instead, I'll just give you the summary or an overview or an explanation if you like to call it that, so you all don't get bored and I don't want to turn this into a lecture. Alright, let's talk about her core mechanics and talk about her special gimmicks that makes her really strong as of now, but she might get nerfed in the future. Alright, her EX chain is a 3-step flow: rock, scissor, paper. Landing paper applies suppression when the enemy becomes stunned and gives plus 3 seconds stun duration and a stun damage multiplier of 35%. This triggers once per stun and can stack similar effects. TLDR, your team's stun window is longer and does more damage overall. Martial Salute spans a salute point to deliver her signature forward strike. When you use it, the previous character's quick assist triggers automatically and Dialyn is invulnerable during the animation. While in combat, Dialyn passively accumulates positive review, and landing her EX skills rock, scissors, or paper adds even more, with each skill counting once towards the cap. The meter maxes out at 120, but the real threshold is at 90. At 90 points, if Dialyn opens up with a chain window, whether it's a natural chain attack, the instant window from hold basic, or even a quick assist, that next character's chain attack is upgraded into the ultimate. If the ally triggers the ultimate via the upgrade, Dialyn spends 60 positive review. If you instead force the window with EX special get lost while you're at 90 and there isn't a chain window open, she consumes 90 when the ally takes the upgrade. Anytime the positive review is restored to 90 points or an ultimate is triggered, Dialyn earns a single customer complaint point, her finisher fuel, up to a maximum of 1 at a time. This could maybe change in the future though, as of right now, nothing is for certain. Her additional ability is triggered when your squad includes an attack or a rupture character. When her EX skills, rock, scissors, or paper connect, the crit damage dealt by those EX skills is increased by 50%. Anytime you use an EX special or an ultimate, the whole squad enters an overwhelmingly positive state for 15 seconds and deals 40% more damage. If Dialyn performs an EX special or ultimate while this state is active and the remaining duration is under 35 seconds, she extends it by an extra 10 seconds, which is how you can get a lot of damage out. Finally, the EX chains inherits extra damage based on your preceding teammate. With an attack agent, it scales off of their attack up to about 320% of that attack. With a rupture agent, it scales off their sheer force up to a roughly 400%. Your partner choice meaningfully changes how hard that converted chain into an ultimate hits. The first upgrade speeds up how quickly she acquires positive review each second and how much she gains from hitting rock, scissors, and paper, while also letting allies under overwhelmingly positive ignore 15% of enemy all attribute resistance. The second strengthens her third EX special's payoff. Enemies that were tagged by malicious complaint and then become stunned gain another 25% stun damage multiplier, and your teammates deal 15% more damage to them. The fourth gives 20 energy on entry, and while the team is in overwhelmingly positive state, adds 500 attack to Dialyn. The sixth ties directly to the chain to ultimate gimmick. When an ally enters via that upgrade, they gain resonance, making their attacks deal an additional instant of physical damage equal to 240% of Dialyn's attack once per second, up to 12 times. Gaining resonance against refreshes however many triggers are left. Dialyn's signature W engine gives 713 base attack and 24% crit rate. While off-field, the energy regen is increased by 1.5 points per second, and her EX special increases the days by 9%, which stacks up to 3 times and lasts 10 seconds, so the W engine gives 27% days, which resets when repeatedly triggered. When all three of them stacks up, the whole squash crit damage increases by an additional 30%, which lasts for 40 seconds, and only one instance of this W engine can remain active. If you don't want to go for her signature W engine, you can go for the Hellfire Gears as the free-to-play option, as it's the most competitive option out of the bunch relative to her signature W engine. Dialyn is a really good stunner as of now, even after the nerfs. She creates extended stun windows for 2.5 seconds, gives 30% stun damage multiplier, and then turns your chain window into someone's ultimate, which would probably be best if you gave that ult to your DPS. And her whole basic deals great damage and lets her quick assist to an invulnerable finish, and with overwhelmingly positive being a near permanent 40% team damage bonus, and her versatile nature allows her to work in both attack or sheer force agents. She is really good, but the nerfs given to her are a turn off for some people. But even right now in her weakened stage, she's still quite a solid stunner to pick up. But the main reason you should be pulling for her is her main move, which is converting her chain attack into an ultimate for your agents to use, which already sold me at this point, not gonna lie. And that's about it. Dialyn is an incredibly strong physical stunner that I will definitely be looking out for in the next patch, but the only downside is that, just like I said in the previous bit, Ye Shengwang, who will be coming in the next patch after Banyue is run. She is the sister of Ye Xiwan and is rumored to be the next point hunter. It's not confirmed 100%, but she will very likely to be the next point hunter, so keep that in mind, okay? Drop your team ideas below and tell me which allies you're pairing her up with, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.